Hello. Okay, so I started making these videos today and coming out of my cocoon. So I just wanted to give you a little bit of like behind the scenes of what actually happens. So I've got various platforms that I have started, and I have SoulSpark 1111, which is my gift to humanity, and that's where I share not only my own work, but work of other creators, so that I'm supporting and co-creating with others. And it's to maintain a high vibrational frequency throughout the day, and it's daily practices, and there's 6 that I send out per day, and each one has a theme. So the theme today was releasing and letting go. It had to do with your nervous system and guilt and just balancing out your chakras. So each day is specifically themed. And then I also have a platform where it's mindful movement, which I share a quote every single morning, and the quote is just to uplift, motivate, basically make you think. And then it's also aligned with my movement that I do embody and what I teach and what I integrate. And then I have Awaken Wave, which is myself and a partner, Marlene, and we have designed and created a journal which we will be putting out to sell from next week, which is really exciting. And then this is Max. And then we have a deck of cards, which is mindful movement, and it's basically just reminders again that you can draw a card during the day. It's affirmations for you to just ensure that you are always operating from a high vibrational frequency. And then I'm busy with a podcast now with Ascend Pathways, and the work that I do is, I don't think people understand the amount of effort that goes into the work that one does. You know, it's the designing of the posts that I do, and it's the captions that are written, and I share it to a community that I have grown for SoulSpark 1111. And then it's the editing. So it's taking now the podcast and then editing it. So putting it onto YouTube, creating a thumbnail for it, putting it on Spotify, taking the link, sharing the link onto my status, onto the various platforms. So I think what I'm trying to say is, because today's message that I did have for people was to step into your higher self, how your higher self would be operating, what they would be doing, how they would be speaking, who they would be surrounding themselves with. And that's exactly, it's the other video that I did. So I have different platforms, and if you want to go follow me, then please go follow me on the various ones. And I think I'm slowly coming out now and not feeling so shy to share essentially what I'm creating. And basically it's by taking the action in order to live that lifestyle that you have envisioned for yourself, but again, surrounding yourself with the frequencies of people that you want to feel and embody. And to give you an idea of my day today is, and this is just a behind the scenes, and I need to edit this podcast because it's also late, and I only get to bed after midnight, and I'm up regularly at 5:30. I practice yoga daily, and if I don't practice yoga, like today I took these beautiful babies for a run, then I just have some form of movement that I do integrate into my daily routine. But anyways, I explained in the one video today in the kitchen that I talk a lot, but basically it's who you surround yourself with and what I did in the day. Yes. So what I did today was I woke up and I did a meditation, I did a pranayama breath work, and then I did my posts that I've just discussed with you. And then I sat outside and I had a nice cup of coffee. Then I got ready. Then I took the dogs for a run. So that was my movement. And then I filmed the video in the kitchen. And in between all of that, I have various messages and emails and things that I have coming in, and opportunities and work and partnerships that are taking place. And then when I did that, I had to go a little bit further away. So here in my country, I had to go to a place called Pretoria, which is about an hour. So it was actually an hour and 10 minutes away. So I Ubered there, and in the Uber, I was listening to podcasts and I was just doing self-development. And then I arrived, I had my session, and that was a 2-hour session. And then I came back home, which was another hour, doing some more work. And then when I got back, I am a part of a beautiful community that has been doing a meditation every evening at the same time. And once we finished that meditation, it was a collective meditation internationally. So that was 150 of us that were on the meditation for about an hour. And after that, I jumped onto my podcast and finished literally like my phone was going flat. Story of my life. It's always plugged in, or it's in my brick. I call it my brick. But then I finished the podcast, and now I've come because my phone is busy charging, and now I'm going to edit the podcast and post the podcast. And then I still need to shower and and I'll probably stretch before I go to bed. But basically what I'm trying to say to you is I want you to start understanding what you're doing in the day. How are you spending the day? Who are you spending the day with? And is it serving your highest good? So I stopped watching TV years ago, and it's a personal thing, because I would much rather spend my time, which is also an illusion, my time doing the things that I've just done. So there are many people that prefer, and there's no problem with it. It's obviously, it's very personal preference, but I would much rather spend my time developing myself, connecting with myself and connecting with others, working on myself and building what I'm busy creating. So I just maybe want you to reflect a little bit and realize that if you want to be great, you need to be willing to make those sacrifices to become the greatest version that you have ever been. And I want you to maybe think about why you are here. Do you want to just do the same thing? Because if you want to do the same thing, that's perfectly fine. And if you've made it this long into the video, then I've obviously sparked something within you for you to understand that you might want to make that change. So essentially, another video that I did today, the first one that I did where I was showing a little bit more of myself, is that I'm going to show you exactly what I did to get to this point. And I want you to understand that I have a community that I aid in getting to a higher vibrational frequency, and I remind each individual of that. So I have various platforms, and I will put them in the link below. You can go and check them out. And I have a Patreon account and I have a Buy Me a Coffee account, and on those accounts I share more to integrate into your days and your weeks. And I just want you to understand that this isn't a race. What you see here and the productivity that I have been able to acquire and what I get done in a day hasn't just happened very quickly. It's that consistency, and it's showing up because you are the only person that can show up for your life. Nobody else can do that. And you are the only person that's going to change your life. And you have to decide what it is that you want from this life. So I started these videos. I was doing these videos quite regularly, and I listened back to some of them that pop up, and there's so many messages that come through. And that's something else that I have a gift in doing, is connecting with not just my higher self, but with source. And I receive guidance and I receive messages, and I'm able to see things others aren't always able to see themselves. And I'm able to share wisdom that I've acquired for you to become the best version of yourself. So I'm going to leave that there. And I just, sometimes I want people to also understand that, like, yes, masks are off, and like, oh man, I'm crazy. I was cutting a mango today, and it was like a big mess, and I'm dancing around constantly, and I'm pulling faces, and I'm like, do. But there's a duality and there's a balance as well. So just as much as I'm hype and I've got this energy that I have in my videos, some videos aren't going to be like that. Some videos are going to be a lot calmer and a lot more grounding. And that's not to say that I'm a different person. It's just I'm balancing my stillness that I acquire, as well as my just... And today has taken quite a lot of my energy, and I'm a lot calmer now. But you'll find me on the floor a lot, and in the kitchen, because I like to eat, and just wherever I go, I'm going to share as I do. So I hope that you enjoy watching the realness unfold, and I hope that it inspires you to show up just as you are, because it's beautiful. Like, just being you is amazing. Like, you are just like, embody that. So I love you, and I hope that you guys are having just the most amazing day. But I'm gonna go now because I have the podcast to do, and I'm going to a wedding tomorrow, and I don't have a dress yet because I didn't have any time to go and get a dress today, and I need to do my nails, and I'm doing the podcast early in the morning tomorrow because I have the wedding. So I'm gonna go, okay? But I want to show up for you as I'm showing up for myself, and then I want you to slowly start showing up for you and share it with me. And I'm your number one fan. Like, the community that I've created is just so beautiful because it's connection. That's also why we're here, to connect with one another. So connect with me, comment, share your story. I'm so open to becoming the best version I can be while walking along the path, and you are becoming the best version that you can be. And the light went off. So that's cue to go. Okay.